Hi, welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. I'm your host, Barbara Balfour. How can you truly enjoy your chips and dip at the Cottage dock this summer without any guilt? Yes, it is possible, and here to tell us how is personal trainer, Globe and Mail contributor, and author of Finding Your Fit, Kathleen Trotter.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here and sharing the stage with a fellow Globe contributor.
Yes,
I feel like
that's
we're
very
sisters.
Cool. I know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
So, you know what a lot of people are going to ask is they'll say, okay, well, I'm only at the Cottage a few days over the summer, a weekend here, a week there. Why do I need to stay active? Why can't I just take a full-on break?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, fitness is fun, so it's not about taking a break. It's about having fun, right? And second of all, and almost more importantly, it's about keeping up is always easier than catching up. So if you're constantly falling on and off the horse, it's really frustrating. And then you get back on Monday after a Cottage and you feel really gross, and then it's harder, right? It's that ignition energy to get going. But if you just keep your healthy habits, then you just keep on rolling, and it's fun, right? The other thing is that if during the week you would do a lot more high impact energy, things like running, right? Sometimes it's kind of fun at the Cottage to do cross training like the water, and then you're really balancing out what you're doing in the city. So it's a break, it's something different, it's fun, you can do it with your whole family, right? But then as you said, then you can sit on the dock after and enjoy your food and feel positive and energized and empowered.
You can offset all that extra eating through, easy, fun ways of staying active. And if you're someone who hates the gym like I do, being outdoors is kind of a bonus.
Right, in nature, yeah, for sure. And also just with your family. The other thing about being in the water is that then you don't have to go out and go for a run and leave everybody. You can be with everyone.
Yeah.
So let's get to the workout, okay?
That sounds good.
So I got some noodles. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you do anything. I will do all of the work. So the trick with the noodles and a water workout is you always need a good warm-up. So you'd get into the water and you'd pick maybe 5 exercises and you'd do kind of 50 to 100 of each rep. So you could start by straddling.
Okay.
And I know everyone at home is like, oh my God, she looks so silly. But you'd be in the water, right? Water up to like here, so nobody would be looking at you funny.
Okay.
I will take the goofiness for everybody.
Okay.
So you go. So you start with 50. Let's say you were doing front crawl like this, and all the time your legs are like in a biking motion.
Okay.
Okay. And then you could do 50 maybe like this, and then you could do 50 backstrokes, and then you could even do 50 where you're pushing the water this way. The nice thing about the water is it gives you some resistance, so it's like you're using dumbbells, but you're not. You're in the water, you're having fun, as you said, you're with your family, right? So you're done your warm-up and you're like, whew, okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
So then you might take the noodle and do something a little bit more fun and dynamic. So I kind of like pyramid sets. So I do a set of what's called 10 to 1. So I would do 10 of 2 different exercises, then 9 of both, and then 8 of both, and 7. So the first one could just be like a jumping jack with a press.
Yep.
And again, you're doing the press through the water, so you're getting that resistance, right? So you could do 10 of those, and then you could do 10 pendulums. So you're pushing the noodle out, and then you're pushing your legs out that way. So it's sort of like a side to side thing like that, but both legs. I can't do it because I'm on TV.
So what's the benefit of using the noodle? What does it do for you?
Well, again, it adds that little resistance, and it also helps you stay afloat.
Does it work on certain muscle groups?
Well, if you're pushing it away, you're going to get chest and triceps and shoulders, and then as you pull it in, you're going to get your back and your biceps, which is kind of nice.
Do you have to be a good swimmer to use the noodle?
No, but that's what's great is you don't. And then if you are a better swimmer, then you can say, okay, I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm just going to do some treading water. I'm going to do some lengths. So you can sort of mix it up, which I also have here, a nice little flutter board. That's another way to get a great lower body workout. You can do some intervals. So you put it out in front of you, or if you don't have a flutter board.
I remember those.
Right, you could use the dock if you don't have a flutter board. And then you could sort of alternate between 10 really heavy kicks, really strong kicks, and then 10 little lighter ones, right? Because interval training is great for fat loss, improving your fitness level, all over a workout. And then by the end of it, you're like, okay, now I'm ready to get out of the water and maybe do some strength training on the dock. Or the other option is for people who don't love the water, you can skip. So I'm a big fan of the skipping rope because it sort of mimics the full body nature of running, and I'm a big runner. But again, you don't have to leave the Cottage. So if you're afraid of bears, I know at my Cottage there's always bear warnings, right? Or if you just want to be with your family or you want something a little bit different, you can skip. You can either just skip with the rope, or you can even use it to do fun kind of interval stuff. You could get your kids involved and you do side to side, right? You can do little squat jumps. So there's always ways, as I always tell my clients, you're only ever one workout away from a better mood, and something is
I like that.
Isn't that great, right? And something's always better than nothing. And it's always the days that you feel really low energy that are the most important to make yourself move, right? Because if you're feeling positive, you don't need that workout, right? It's all about the mood. I always say to my clients, you don't want to be around me on a day that I haven't worked out, right? Okay, so you've done all that. I know, I got so many fun things, right? So then, maybe skipping's not your jam. Maybe you're not a huge into the water. That's fine. You can take out your beach towel.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can just do some calisthenics on the dock. So you could sit there. You could even have like a nice little glass of wine beside and be like, okay, I'm going to hold a plank for 30 seconds.
I saw a video the other day about beer yoga.
Oh my God, I don't know. That's maybe going to a little bit of extreme. But, you know, you can always do fun things. So I brought my little resist-a-bandy things. Okay. These are awesome because you can just put them around your feet. They're super light. Okay. Okay, and you can do everything from something like a squat and like out like this. So you get lots of inner and outer thigh work to stabilize you, right? You can do a monster walks. Aren't you happy that you're in those heels? And then you're like, I don't have to do any of that,
right? You're not picking on me. I love it.
I know. I always pick on Dylan when I'm here. So you could do something like that, or you could get down, as I said, and use your towel. And then do things like mountain climbers. With the band. So that adds that extra little challenge to the workouts, really fun. And then maybe you're like, I need some upper body strength. I need some arm strength. I want toned arms in my bathing suit. I'm fine. I got that covered too.
Okay. I want Michelle Obama arms.
You know what? The very first article I ever wrote for Chatelaine, they called it that. I had no, you know, you don't write titles when you write an article.
Of course,
so I wrote this upper body workout, and then I saw it in print, and they were like, how to get Michelle Obama arms. I was like, I didn't even know that was the article I was writing. Anyway, so that was a little Kathleen aside. So like this, pushing out like this, and then it's going to strengthen all through your upper back and your shoulders, which is really great, right? You could even use one sort of like this, and then do an extension like that, which is getting your triceps. So there's always a little bit of everything that you can mix in at the cottage, and you can get your kids involved. You can do partner intervals with them. So you could get down, you could do a push-up, each of you do a push-up, and then you come up and you do like a little hand slap, right? You could do a crunch on your back, right? So you both do a crunch, and then as you come up, you're like, high five,
Well, lots of options, lots of ways to stay fit at the cottage this summer. I love it. How can people find you? What's your website?
KathleenTrotter.com is my website. Trotter Fitness is Twitter. Kathleen Trotter Fitness is Instagram. So get hold of me. My book, Finding Your Fit. I'm all about finding your unique recipe for success.
I love it. Thank you so much. After the break, we'll be talking about starting your engines for a great cause, the Cruise Don't Bruise motorcycle ride. Don't go away. We'll be right back.